Charlie asked, "Did you get new scissors for those feet?" Tim, I do feel almost a little bad over the scissor feet stuff because I feel like me and Chat GPT played a big part in that. But then
I mean, that's fine. It was fine. It was
until Mark
actually infringed upon my rights as a person.
Mark, I want you to know, because the Tuesday show this week, I made an AI Mark.
Did you?
The graphic for this Tuesday's show, and you can see it on the podcast feed, the YouTube feed, on our social media. And I did not use an actual picture of you to create that image. I used a description of I think I said a 50-year-old slightly chubby white man with brown hair, beard, and wire-rimmed glasses. And it popped out Mark.
And I bet it looks exactly like Mark.
Let me see if I can find.
So I want to tell you something, Mark. Do you want to know how I know you actually used a picture of me?
How do you know?
The vest.
It was a darn nice vest.
Yeah,
you used the one from our website, didn't you?
No, he did not.
That was not that one.
He used the picture of me in an ATM with a pen in my mouth, looking forward in the same vest. Guaranteed that is the picture he used. I know for 100% fact, active, like I know it to be true.
Is that true, Mark?
Well, then I did, but hey, look, there I am.
So look,
Change the subject.
That is you.
That's Mark.
That is our Tuesday. That is the graphic from our Tuesday show. I can even pull it up and tell you exactly how I described it.
I'm a darn good-looking man.
You are a good-looking man there, Mark. I said, can you make a graphic of a cartoon, slightly chubby, 50-year-old white man with short brown beard and medium-length brown hair with wire-framed glasses who is smiling while podcasting in a radio studio?
I'll be darned, you nailed it.
And it brought up, and that is exactly what it produced. And I didn't have to sell your identity to ChatGPT.
I sold Tim's identity.
You sold all of ours, I believe.
Well, I didn't sell Matt's because Tim made me nervous.
Well, we
he was next. He was next on the list.
Oh, you have a good heart. You mean well. That's, I think, the important part about
this. This is the photo that I know he used as a reference picture. This is the one.
Oh,
that's the one.
Is that the one, Mark?
That is not the one.
Oh,
nope, not. Someone's at my.
What? Oh, Mark is the worst. All right, let's talk about a little bit of news though, because it's been a couple of weeks since I've been here, and it's been quite an eventful.
Yeah, it's been
news week, but news day actually as well. Earlier today, PW Insider reporting that Andrade, who was conspicuous by his absence on AEW last night, could be sidelined for up to a year, as Mark literally has just, I think he broke himself, breaching the 90-day non-compete clause from the end of his WWE contract when he appeared on AEW, I believe it was last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. So Andrade could be sidelined for a year. And look, I know that it is very easy to WWE bad, TKO bad. And in a way, it's a crappy verbiage to put in the bottom line of a contract. But in the same time, Andrade, his legal team, AEW, their legal team. It's also on them to comb through these contracts and make sure that everybody's in the clear. It's a crappy situation all around. Hopefully, somehow, some way, it'll get resolved and to where a wrestler does not have to spend a year on the shelf because of it. But yeah, a little bit of a bummer there because I think Tim and if you can correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like he was going to be in line for a Kenny Omega feud right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean he was brought in. He came in during the 6-year anniversary of Dynamite
Yeah,
and went right after
Mike and Joe were there.
Ken Omega. Yeah, went right after Ken Omega joined the bloated Don Callis family forever.
Very bloated. Very bloated.
But great. Like I will take the Callis family 1000% all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh. Yes. It's bloated, but there's a hierarchy.
Okay. Well, that's
like because at the top you've got your big three. You've got Okada, Fletcher, and Konosuke by God Takeshita, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
I was going to say it's the new
Konosuke Takeshita.
Easy for you to say.
But then under him is like Hechicero and Josh Alexander, and Andrade would have been in that list. And then under them is Lance Archer and Mark Davis and Rocky Romero. And so, like, there are levels to this. It's not over bloated. It's perfectly bloated. It's bloated me.
I'll say it's like the three guys on your screen right now. Perfectly bloated. Perfectly bloated.
Yeah. Good, better, best.
Did, but someone was at my door. I had to run.
Yeah, I bet. Hillbilly was making a ruckus. Devin says, all I have to say is that WWE and AEW can just talk and they can work out a deal that can make both sides happy and a lot of money. Yeah, and that's ultimately probably where it'll land. I obviously this is all new news today, but I would be very surprised if Andrade is out for an entire year. But all right. Next piece of news. Actually, I have three stories. Chris Jericho has announced the next round of his wrestling cruise, the Chris Jericho Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea. The cruise has traditionally featured Jericho's fellow AEW wrestling talents. However, for the first time ever, none of their participating wrestlers announced or signed to AEW. The latest potential sign and rumor and innuendo that he could indeed be leaving the promotion. The first group of wrestlers have been revealed. Current TNA and NXT Tag Team Champion Jeff Hardy, whose band will also be performing on the cruise. Former WWE and AEW star Saraya will be recording a live edition of her podcast on the show. The Great Muta, Busted Open Radio host Dave LaGreca, Bully Ray, and Nick Nemeth. It also includes Ted DiBiase, Marcus Bagwell, Fred Ottman,
Uncle Fred,
Carlito, Indy Hartwell, Shotzi Blackheart, Elena Black, and more.
Bushwhacker Luke's
do you know who Elena Black is?
Cora Jade.
Thank you. Just making sure.
Formerly known as Cora Jade. The buzz is, the rumor is that Jericho reportedly only signed to AEW through the end of this year. So, and I think I did see a report earlier today that many people within WWE feel like it is more a matter of when, not if, Chris Jericho returns to the company. It does kind of feel,
writing on the wall-ish
at this point. Yeah, I mean, when was the last time Jericho even made an AEW appearance? It's been a couple of months.
It was when he lost the title to Bandito.
Oh wow, and was that like springtime of this year?
Let me look. Let's go to Cage Match. Cage Match, not because it's right, but because it's easy.
Yeah, that should be our fucking motto on this show. If we're being honest.
The Tuesday show, you
If
bet.
we're being honest of it, not being, yeah, we don't have to be right. It just has to be easy.
Chris Jericho's last match, April 6th,
Okay.
2025. Bandito beats Chris Jericho.
There it is. That's
He has not taken a bump in 6 months. To our well, I can't say that. I don't know his habits.
I was gonna say one would
know.
argue that he's probably taken a few bumps since then, especially if he's trying to get himself into shape to go back on a WWE run, but has not taken a bump in a televised AEW ring.
Yeah, now any other bumps we don't know about.
Yeah, we have no clue. But
it is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy that Jericho's leaving AEW at the time in which there's a wrestler named Speedball on the roster.
Yeah, that is
what does
true.
that mean?
Mike's got a great point here. If we want to pull him up.
Speedball.
Trade Andrade's release for Jericho early and let him face Cena in the retirement tour. I actually heard something. I saw a theory craft very similar to this. Who remembers? Oh yeah, the great Dr. Seuss. The great Dr. Seuss. Oh, by the way, I found my get rich quick scheme. I have to run it by you guys on the Tuesday podcast.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
I found my bottled water idea. I just need to run with it.
Okay.
So remember back in the 2010s, there was a trade that was done between TNA and WWE. Ric Flair was a TNA roster member, but they were inducting the Four Horsemen into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember this.
They sent Flair for one day to WWE, and they got Christian, who had left WWE or technically left WWE, went to TNA, left TNA, came back to WWE. So they did a trade where Christian wrestled on a pay-per-view and Ric Flair got to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
What if WWE and AEW worked out a deal with Edge and AJ Styles, where AJ Styles for one match gets traded to AEW for his retirement tour to wrestle a Will Ospreay, a Ken Omega,
right? Someone
like that, and you bring Edge over now to be John Cena's last opponent in DC.
That would be real cool.
It ain't gonna happen.
No,
but it's real fun to think about.
It could happen, Timmy.
The two sides aren't quite as amicable as TNA and WWE were.
What did Tony Khan call WWE? The Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling. I'm sure that went over real well.
Oh, and I understand. I know that was a while ago. That was at least like a year ago. So wasn't that like during the NFL draft time?
Yes, it was.
But I feel like this Andrade situation probably has not smoothed the waters at all.
Not a chance.
Between the two companies.
Yeah,
if they do that, Mike said he's booking his flight to DC. Dude,
yeah, man.
And I was talking to Old Smoke about this over the weekend.
Smoke Train.
Speaking of, there he is in the comments.
Hey, thanks for missing my birthday, bud. It was real great. I'm so glad. I'll be honest. I'm going to pull the curtain back. Ryan, unable to make the show tonight, but did take time before the show on the pre-show that we don't do. We don't record.
We don't sell Patreon.
We don't sell. We don't buy. We don't sell. We don't give to charity. But Smoke got on and wished me a happy birthday before we went live. So Ryan, thank you. Matt also sent his birthday wishes. Thank you. And Mark got me a crushed soul for my birthday. Thank you.
I was the first one to wish you a happy birthday.
He was.
That's not true. I have a person in Australia who technically gets to my birthday before the rest of the world. And he
Aha!
always wishes me a happy birthday the day before.
That's
Crikeys.
awesome.
Shout out to King Tonga himself, Steve. You probably do not watch this, but I miss you, my brother. You were fantastic in Australia all day. What happened? Did Dak throw a party over somebody's head?
Oh no! Luckily, the Cowboys aren't playing tonight. It's the Bengals
The
and
Cowboys.
taking on the Steelers. But I say you were just putting it out in the universe. You were putting out but no, I was talking to Smoke because the John Cena retirement, it happening in DC. There's certainly some buzz about some individuals that may or may not end up at the big event on December the 13th. And I'm like, all along this John Cena retirement tour, he has done specific gear for the city that the show is in. And how fitting is it that the year when he gets 17, the thing that I proclaimed would happen years ago finally happens, and now he's retiring, and his final match is going to be in the arena where my favorite hockey team plays. But yet, I feel like I can't buy the merchandise ahead of time, because if there are certain people who show up at that show, I am not going to want to have a souvenir from that fucking show because of it.
I have
San
a problem.
Jose.
I have a problem with this.
Yes, Tim.
I am on WWE's website.
Okay.
And I clicked on tickets and went to John Cena's last match.
Oh, I'm sure they are expensive.
The cheapest ticket is in section 423.
Pretty sure that's the section I sat in the first time I went to a Capitals game.
Row M.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me guess. 625.
Oh, that's too high.
Too high? 325.
You're in the ballpark.
Is it around 3 hundos?
I'll say this, in a baseball analogy, you are like warning track power right now. You're on the warning track.
So probably like 340?
Oh, you were like hitting the wall. You're like wall.
355.
You are like right below the foul line or the home run line.
360.
$363.25 for the worst seat in the house. Or you could sit in section 4, row B for $4,312.
Crazy.
Why? Why would anybody spend that much?
Mike's saying Mike's thinking about doing it.
Now I just want to take a chance here. Let me just go to AEWTix.com. That's all I want to do really quick. I'm doing what some call a journalism.
Doing the journalisms.
So right now, the lowest price seat in the stadium they're in, which is not the Capital One, it's the Shavitz Arena. But the worst seat, section 216, so it's the very back of the arena, row D.
Probably $30.
$33. The best seat in the house, section floor 4, row 3, is $894. So do you want to spend okay, let me just put this into perspective.
I mean, look, I
2.5 mortgage payments, 2.5 mortgage payments for a WWE front row seat, or like 2 car payments for an AEW pay-per-view.
Right. Now here's the deal. And I'm certainly not justifying the ticket prices, but like that, if you're going to an NFL, let's say an NFL playoff game, like the tickets are going to be significantly more expensive than, say, a UFL Week 2 game in Orlando, right? Like
Saturday night's main event or a pay-per-view. It's a Saturday night's main event. It's
which
not the
they
Super
are
Bowl.
treating as a paper. I mean, it is a Peacock exclusive now.
Name me. Their pay-per-views aren't on Peacock.
Well, right, but it's my point is you still have to. It's still behind a paywall of sorts. It's not even on NBC anymore. And again,
Because
it's John
it
Cena's
sucks so
retirement.
bad that they moved it off of NBC.
I get that, but it's John Cena's retirement. It's not like it's the. What are the ticket prices if they're on? I don't even know if they're on sale for the Saturday night's main event in November.
Okay, I will go look right now.
Look that up because that's
because if it's the same price,
I guarantee it's not the same price. Will they be more than AEW's tickets? Yes, but again, it is a big it is a bigger company. It is a bigger company. But yeah, I mean, Cena's retired. There was, I think I saw the other day, there was 65,000 people in the ticket queue the day that the Saturday night's main event tickets went on sale. That building only holds 20,000. Like there was 3.5 times the number of people in the ticket queue than there was to even fit in that building. It has to be driven by the fact that it's seen as retirement. That's what, and Mike agrees there. Devin says, "Thank God I got to see him. His last SummerSlam is worth every fucking penny." There you go.
Where is?
See?
And if you want to do it, it's like a Super Bowl ticket. It's like a ticket to the college football playoff national championship. It's like seeing Alan Jackson in Tennessee at $400, $500, $600. If you want to see him on his last show, I think that's a great comparison. Smoke was telling us he got into the ticket queue for Alan Jackson's final show in Nashville next year, and it was almost $400. He would be sitting in the highest section of the stadium at Tennessee, and it would be behind the stage. It would be limited view. Like, I mean, so that's the comparison. All right, last piece of news
They aren't. It doesn't look like they're on Ticketmaster.
Which is wild because that show's literally in less than a month.
I think it's on because I think everything now is going through SeatGeek.
Oh, gross. Even grosser.
Which means the event is sold out. Hold on, here we go. Find tickets through Ticketmaster. Okay, we'll have an answer here soon. Okay,
right.
So yeah, section 129. So of a smaller venue, about the size of what they're doing at Wrestle Dream. $46 for row 18, section 138. The sections only go up to the 100s.
Okay.
Most expensive is front row, section 1, row 2, $215.
Okay. So
In
yeah,
Salt
a
Lake
little
City.
bit more, but not astronomical. So
they're also in a B town for them. Like
sure.
it's Salt Lake City.
Right. But the numbers for the Cena thing are driven by the demand. It's a
true.
A ticket for the Super Bowl is going to cost more than a Sunday game in October. Last piece of news I have, AEW wrestlers Ruby Soho and Cool Hand Angela Parker are part of an ownership group who is putting the finishing touches on their board game themed cafe called Victory Roll, which opened in Mishawaka, Indiana, actually. Mark, when?
Was it today?
There, thank you. That opened today. Victory Roll will have hundreds of board games and RPGs available to play alongside unique food stylings and specialty coffees. It will also feature some specialty rooms for kids and a dungeon style setting for fans of long form RPGs. They will also have a strong focus on building their business through local avenues, with sweets provided by a local bakery and their logo crafted by a tattoo artist in the area. So interesting thing. I think she is still off AEW on maternity leave, and he may be injured him?
I don't think he's injured. I think he just wrestled
Just
not too
taking
long
time
ago.
off
He just doesn't wrestle very much.
Okay.
But kind of crazy. Tony Khan came out over the week. The Tony Khan pays extended maternity leave to like all their female wrestlers.
That is cool.
Yet WWE let Kylie Ray go. Kylie Ray let her go from her ID contract because she's pregnant.
Was it because she's pregnant or just because the deal, like the contract was up? Like, or a little of both, like a convenient timing.
I think it's a convenient timing thing, but also they just did the same thing to Ridge Holland now. To a Ridge Holland. But
I was going to say, I feel like, and this certainly, I mean, it's not an opportune time to lose a contract or a deal, but I feel the Ridge Holland thing is a bit scummier if we're talking levels of scum.
Let him go.
Okay. How can I say this without getting political? Sometimes the worst of us says the best thing. And in sometimes people who actually deserve something to happen to them does. Mm-hmm. And you then have to go, well, you shouldn't do that to him, even though he probably deserved it. Like, fair. Ridge Holland is hurt. Should he be fired while he's hurt? No. They probably did the same thing to Machine Gun Carl Anderson.
Yeah.
So, like, why are you firing the dude who's hurt? Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's look again. We've been like again. It never justifies anything, but we've been over a million times how the wrestling business is dirty. Business is dirty, and when you have dirty businessman in a dirty business, it's only going to get dirtier. Let's see. Mike says Joe Flacco throwing looks better than Ridge Holland trying to throw someone. That is accurate. That is accurate. He also added, you buy the ticket 90% of the time for the Super Bowl before the teams are even decided. You buy this main event, Saturday night's main event ticket for Cena's last match. Yeah, and that is what drives up the market.
Right, and I get that, but it's like it's a Saturday night's main event. Yes, it's John Cena's last match until WrestleMania 43 when the Saudi Crown Prince pays everybody to come out of retirement if you have a pulse.
Again, that's speculation. We do not know yet. Likely will, but we do not know yet.
It will be all hands on deck.
If John Cena will appear on that show.
He will.
He might.
I will.
You'll bet your nuts on it?
I know. I was going to actually put something tangible on it. I will bet my nuts.
Your nuts are tangible.
I have to ask the wife if I can do this.
I don't think she'd mind on your birthday.
She will because she hates it she hates it when I do this. I've never done it before, but she hates it.
Okay.
I have to run it by the boss. Okay. But I feel so confident that John Cena will wrestle at WrestleMania 43 that I will put my hair on the line.
Yo,
I got to run it by the boss.
Yo, okay, all right.
Preliminarily,
all right.
We might be doing a Lucha Day
show. I want you to work on the deals of the terms of this deal by next week's show.
Look, I just got to do, I just got to find me the right wig. That's all I need. Just the right wig.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Mike adds, they add injury time to the guys they really want to keep. Others they just move on from. Again, a little dirty business pull there. And he goes, let's just switch it from Saturday night's main event, December to remember, put it on ESPN Plus, and charge $1,000 a ticket. And the sad thing, the thing that surprised me most is I saw people like when the ticket queue was way overloaded yesterday. People were like, they should have put this show in a stadium. I'm like, the one time WWE doesn't put it in a stadium and oversell the ticket, they are actually getting it on.
Remember, DC was their second choice.
It was.
They Boston wanted to flex the Boston show.
Mm-hmm. But Boston didn't pay the money.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Stan.
you
But
you
then,
want the time, you pay the dime. I think that's a
but
saying.
I've also heard rumors that political names from both sides of the aisle are being invited to be at Saturday
Of
night's
course
main
they
event.
are, which is exactly why I can't buy the merch until after, because if certain people are in the crowd for that show, I cannot own a shirt from it. I can't.
You mean you could?
I mean, I could, but I won't.
Yeah.
I won't.
He said then
You
he
know.
did,
I'll
but
just buy the creamsicle one from Tampa or something, because I do like the shirts. But